Disney has a long history of promoting magic as something good and desirable. However, in the sequel to Enchanted, it is possible that we might get a more honest picture of magic and its devastating consequences. To review, Enchanted follows the story of Giselle, an optimistic woman who was raised in the animated land of Andalasia. She arrives in real-life New York, and after a difficult adjustment period, falls in love with Robert, an attorney. The new movie, Disenchanted, starts 10 years after Enchanted. Giselle has grown disillusioned and unhappy with her hectic, imperfect life in the real world. In desperation, she chooses to make use of a magic wand, using it to wish for a perfect fairy tale life. The spell does change her community, but it also changes her, and not for the better. In one scene of the trailer, Giselle tells her stepdaughter, in her customary voice, that she wished for a fairy tale life and that it has gone terribly wrong. Literally 1 second later, her entire demeanor changes, and she says in a tone quite unusual for her that the spell has gone right. In another scene, she says that something is wickedly good, as if she were praising it for being evil. In the next moment, she puts her hand over her lips, as if she can't believe what just came out of her mouth. The trailer also shows the usually kind and sweet Giselle pushing someone cruelly into a well. It is as if an outside force has taken control of her body and her voice against her will. These scenes are disturbing and creepy, as they should be, as they are basically showing someone who is demonically possessed. Giselle also gets new powers, another hallmark of someone who is cooperating with the devil. One of her dresses she's shown wearing is red, with decorations reminiscent of flames, further cementing her role as an agent of hell. The question is this new perspective on magic something to be welcomed? To be honest, the movie hasn't come out yet, so it's impossible to fully judge, based on the trailers, what its actual message will be. If done right, it could serve as a much-needed warning. The film comes out at a time when more and more people are substituting alternative forms of spirituality for religion, oftentimes trying black magic, voodoo, fortune-telling, and the like. If done correctly, Disenchanted could paint a very accurate and very unsavory picture of what could happen to a person when they start dabbling in the occult. Ideally, this is the road that Disney will take. Hopefully, Giselle's slavery to the spell is not shown to be anything funny or in any way desirable. Unfortunately, this might be the way that Disney chooses to portray it. For instance, on the Disney Plus website, Disenchanted is advertised as a musical comedy. Newsflash, a person being controlled by Satan is no laughing matter. Considering how strikingly similar Giselle's condition is to actual demonic possession, as well as other questionable, frightful scenes, everyone should think long and hard about whether this is a movie that they want to expose themselves or their families to. At the very least, this movie is not something that a family watches and walks away from without reflection. If watched, Disenchanted should be a conversation starter, and it should be made very clear to children and to adolescents that while what they witnessed was part of a movie and make-believe, it is unfortunately true that there is an evil being called the devil, that black magic is his realm, and that if they start exploring it, they may end up becoming slaves to him, just like Giselle, and the experience will not be a pleasant one, no matter what Disney says about it.